All right, so I'm gonna keep it quick and tight. So far, I noticed here on NQ, let me actually remove this thing. So yeah, I had an upside gap up. So anyway, I just noticed here the price open in the 5 minutes is a little bit decently strong. Then it traded higher, took the highs here, but then it would reject nicely. And then this bar, the third bar, close below this previous bar, heading down with a nice close in my opinion after a second rejection. So when this fourth bar retested here, that's actually when I sold the market here. And then I exited my trade at somewhere here below the open, and the reason is because I also had a short trade in gold, which was not this one
Stop
basically,
filled.
but this first one. Because the thing is, I initially I sold in this bar after it broke the low of this first bar here, anticipating a deeper drop maybe towards this low here. And since I had both of them open, initially, sorry, the first trade that I took, I actually took a loss here in the third bar that retested the open again. So in that same bar, I actually sold here a little lower after it rejected with my stop there. And the thing is, that's when the price started tanking here. So I basically had, I think it was almost minus 200 loss at the first trade, and then the next two trades it was like plus 530 or something like that. So I closed both, just trying to not to be greedy in both of them because gold I was anticipating that it might trade lower and tank until this retesting these highs here in previous days. And also, I was thinking that NQ, well, it will come around this area, these highs, and that's exactly what it did. Now it's rejecting to nicely to the upside. So yeah, I'm out of that for now. But the thing is, I took a couple losses on gold. Here, for example, I actually had a decent trade on the break of this low of this bar. This bar took the high. Let me delete this. This bar took the high of this bar here, and then it traded lower and closed here. So the one that was trading lower broke his own low. That's when I actually shorted again, and then this bar next traded lower nicely, and then it come up and stopped me a break even. I sold the high here, took a small loss, and then I sold the high here again and took a small loss. And so far, I gave up some, well, actually quite a bit, but yeah. Let's see. I initially wanted to keep it a little higher. I didn't manage to. So yeah, let's see. I'm not gonna take many trades. I think I'm gonna buy
Order
NQ
filled.
after the retest of the reclaim of the open, which is here, this retest here, and I see if he wants to go a little higher, maybe for this eye here and also this one here. I'm gonna use this sell stop as the low of this current bar because shouldn't I don't think, but it could of course go lower. I don't want to take any extra risk after that. So let's see. The open is a little bit lower, so definitely it could come here. I'm actually gonna take, not because I wanna increase my risk, but I'm gonna give it room. So maybe retest the open and let's see if he wants to continue higher. I think this close was actually pretty good above the open. So yeah, let's see if it is a trade higher or what's going on. And by the way, just a quick thing before before the trade continues. The reason why I decided to uh, move my stop is because it's not like some greater fear. It's just because the risk that I had here is actually quite small to what I'm normally taking. It was like 50%. So I decided that I was good to give some extra room for the price to maybe retest the open again here after this good close. And let's see if from there wants to go higher. Definitely, of course, if it doesn't retest, it's even better because I want to see momentum from here, definitely. But this is how it is, and sometimes, of course, things are most likely never gonna happen how you intend them to. So yeah, let's see what happens from here. Well, I think I didn't follow up to my word that I said 3 trades in the session. I felt triggered to enter again, took some break even, left some like around 200 plus or actually 400 plus on the table. I pretty much not just I didn't keep my winners. I just literally just gave it pretty much away again, plus more. So I'm actually in drawdown now around like 500 or 700 actually. Yeah, something like that, 400, 500. I don't know. Thing is, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Think like I know that I keep saying I don't know, but I do know. I basically just fail, and that's pretty much it. That's the only explanation that I can come up with. So yeah, gonna see them wait for something better maybe, or just close the whole shit and forget about it. Okay, so I pretty much just finished like some minutes ago. I just actually had a shower and came back with just to finish my reflection of today and yeah. If honest, No, I think I started the day pretty like good. Yeah, even the loss I took, I was like, yeah, I took a loss, fair enough. Then immediately I took already two winner trades, and yeah, that would have been initially my day. Like that's what I told myself at first, and that's what I didn't follow up for some reason. I remained on my charts, and then I got triggered. Like I remember, like here, I kind of started like taking some short in gold that wouldn't work somewhere here, and eventually, well, uh, yeah, it just honestly, I got triggered. I kept stacking losses and losses and losses. I did overtrade, so I even oversized, and yeah, it was shit until I noticed here, like within the clouds and the bad decisions and stuff. Like initially, I was watching gold. I was thinking like after I got stopped in the shorts, I was thinking, okay, maybe from here I buy some trades here, then I took break even losses and break even trades and some losses and stuff. And then here also I was in a winning like plus 200 trade or something here at this point. And then he took the high of the open, and I was thinking that he might take the. Actually, I had a limit sell here for as my take profit, but it didn't get there. And instead, I just got to stop down and break even. Then it kept trading lower, and it closed below the open. I didn't see that at that point. The thing is, I noticed that it was failing to. It was taking previous bars and then failing to trade higher. Previous bar failing to trade higher. So at this point here, when this bar retested again the open, I sold 4 contracts here using the high of the bar, and I was targeting these lows here. The market went pretty much twice, which would have been an amazing trade because this trade itself was like I don't know, like maybe 400, 500, I can't remember. It was actually a pretty amazing trade on itself. And then similar situation on Nasdaq here, same thing. It failed to take the highs at the open, then it was trading lower. I noticed this bar here, it was a good close, but it wasn't below previous bar. I think I also took some losses here, and then when this bar closed here below this previous bar, I actually started selling here. I sold 4 contracts here. I sold as well, and on Nasdaq, and then again it started to tank. I initially had outlined this swing here as my target because I was thinking that it might come and retest this area. I wasn't thinking about filling the gap, but mostly like the low and this retest here. And well, price was trading really, really strongly. So I was monitoring both of the trades in the 15 minutes. So as long as this 15 minutes started to trade like down around in this area, I removed my risk to break even and I let it be. And same for gold. Sorry, it's just little small, but yeah. Point is, yeah, it started to trade lower here, and then I just literally removed my risk, and then I let it tank. In gold, I had this 5 minutes target here, this swing, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah, I closed them. I closed around here, around this area here, because at that point, both trades they had a overall profit of like 1.2k or so. I can't remember something like that. So the thing is, this is the performance today. I pretty much the winning like the average. Sorry, the winning trades is not like the best. I don't really care. I've said many times about this. But the thing is, these are the trades that I took here. And this is just not okay. Like initially, these few trades that I took at the beginning, yeah, fine, these were good. But then I added so many trades that I shouldn't have added. So that didn't make sense. Point is, it says here, of course, my best trade today was today was 600 plus. That was Nasdaq, and then the rest like 500 plus. It was also on gold. I don't know actually if I can see here the average, but the point is, I noticed that, for example, here total profit 1.8k, total loss 1.6k. That is too much, regardless of the thing, because like this is just not good. And also, um, one thing that I kind of not so disappointed about, like I think is still good, is like, for example, my average winning trade is 180, almost 200, and my average losing trade is 69. That means I'm cutting losses, and that's okay. But the problem is that I'm taking too many. And this is something I also wanted to clarify to myself. I'm okay with taking losses. The problem that I have is that I'm taking losses that makes no sense. Because if I was to take losses, for example, like the first trade, yes, it was good entry in my opinion. Maybe not the best, but it was good. I took the loss, fine. The problem is that I'm taking losses that makes no sense. Like they are really just not okay. They are not A plus trades. It makes zero sense. I'm chasing price. I'm over trading. I'm oversizing, and that's what leads to breaks. That's what leads to losing counts and doing shit that I'm not supposed to be doing because I know that my trading is good. I know what I am supposed to be doing, yet I struggle to do it. It has something to do, I guess, with emotions, with personal problems. I have like also a lot of stuff going on in my life and family and shit that somehow kind of shows in my chart. And I've noticed the same pattern already, like for I would say more than a year or two, that as soon as I have some sort of like a tough day, or there is some family problem or something is in my head, my trading is shit. Not always definitely, but it happens that it's just not good. It feels like I extend my day into my chart, and that shouldn't happen. One thing is I either I would say learn how to keep things apart, or I just don't trade in days like that, basically. Because I don't have like a KPI that could tell me those things, but I know they have happened many times. So I'm sure that if I was to point to something, that would be that those days are the days that I actually pretty much blow up. So yeah. But anyway, sorry, actually, I forgot that I can actually check it here, the P&L distribution. So basically, my last trade on Nasdaq was 632, and my last trade on gold was 544. So I think it was good. But like I said, I have some sort of sour taste in my mouth, honestly, because yes, I made it back, and I ended up with like 150 green day plus, but that was too much risk, and that was too many trades, and yeah, I need to somehow figure it out how I need to do it. I don't know if I need mentoring or if I need to basically fix my life in the sense that not fix my life, but I mean like embrace it and understand it in a way that you know like I need to get things straight with myself, with my surroundings, and just keep moving forward. Uh, One thing I know is I think I've been always a fighter in my life, and I'm not fighter like just for the sake of fight, but like I am a person who I like to move. I need to move forward. I want to move forward in anything I do in life. So it might take shorter, it might take longer. I don't really think about that. I used to in the past want to fly. I want to try to go too fast and jump instead of making baby steps, and yeah, it never helped me. So I need to just keep going, keep getting better, keep more than anything self-analyzing and seeing the things that I'm doing wrong, because I know there are many, and yeah, they're just not taking me to the proper road. So I'm gonna let it be for today. This is the last part of the video. I actually decided to, after I exit the trades around here, like I said earlier, I locked myself out. So I'm not gonna trade anything for today. I actually like this thing, to be honest, this tool. Like maybe the problem that I have is that for example, when I continue trading, I didn't think about it. So it kind of just went off my head for some reason, and I didn't manage to stop. But I would like to stay more conscious about this. I like the fact that they have it in yellow, so it kind of pops in your eyes. But yeah, let's see how it goes from here, and let's see what happens next day, and well, the future overall. I need to. I mean, I want to stay calm. I want to stay tight and accept the things that I'm doing wrong, and definitely do my best to learn from them. And let's say, I wouldn't say hopefully, because I don't like hoping, but in a way, I hope that my future self might be proud of what I do nowadays. So, but yeah, let's see what happens. I'm out for today.